What is up, you guys? It is Zach, and welcome back to my channel. We have gotten full 15 minutes of Spongebob Squarepants The Cosmic Shake gameplay. Now, I'll give my personal opinions here at the very beginning for a second. I personally wasn't that impressed with the gameplay. It didn't look interesting. I don't know what it is that didn't really capture me, but it looked okay. It looked decent, but not as amazing as I personally thought it would be. Now, this was just a Jellyfish Fields level, so this could be like the first introductory level to the game, so we could still, have not seen everything there is to see. But I believe they're actually showing the game off more today. Heck, by the time this video gets uploaded, because I'm recording this yesterday, from when this video goes up, they could have shown off more things about the game, which we'll probably talk about this weekend in a Chatterday, so stay tuned for that. But nevertheless, there's a lot of details that got revealed in yesterday's Jellyfish Fields gameplay, and I want to go over it with you guys. So if you enjoyed today's video, definitely do hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos, and of course the like button as well. All that helps me out. So let's start off with the very first thing they address in the live stream, in the Q&A section at least, which is the release date. The release date, they say they will reveal in the coming weeks. They say they're going to be releasing more information about the Cosmic Shake in the coming weeks, and this was a response to a question about the release date, so it is fair to say that we might get information in the coming weeks. Now, the way they frame this question actually makes it sound like the game isn't too far out. Heck, it could even be this year. If they're going to announce the release date in the coming weeks, and usually they announce the release dates only a couple months out, we could be seeing this game this year. I thought for sure, since we didn't see a release date here, that it was going to be 2023, but given that they're kind of teasing that we might get a release date within the next couple weeks, I'm tempted to say 2022 isn't out of the question anymore. So that's something we'll have to wait and see about, but I do want to keep it on your guys' radar that we are definitely going to see more of this game in the coming weeks, and it'll be really interesting to see what kind of promotion they're going to do for the game. So one big question a lot of people had is Clancy Brown going to return as Mr. Krabs? Well, we hear his voice in the game, and that is a resounding yes. Clancy Brown is back. We no longer have Joe White as Mr. Krabs. As sad as I am for not having bootleg Krabs, it is nice to hear actual, true Mr. Krabs. He sounds great. It sounds amazing. So it's cool to see Mr. Krabs here, and of course his mission is that SpongeBob has to go and collect cactus juice. Now, I wasn't sure if this was a reference to a SpongeBob episode or not, so I looked it up, and the interesting thing is, it's not a reference to a SpongeBob episode, but it might be a reference to an Avatar The Last Airbender episode. I don't know much about Avatar The Last Airbender, but I do know that cactus juice is a thing in the Avatar episode, so whether this is coincidental or if it's a call out to Avatar The Last Airbender, I'm not sure. I think Jellyfish Jelly would have made more sense because of that one episode where Mr. Krabs has SpongeBob going out and catching jellyfish. But of course, it doesn't go for the Western theme, and Cactus does, so I don't know. This could be pure coincidence, but I thought it'd be a really interesting detail to point out. One big detail they shared about this game is that this game is much more story-focused than Battle for Bikini Bottom is, which to me makes me think it's going to be more linear in terms of format. Now, they said that you're going to get more abilities down the road that you can come back and go to older levels for, like you could in Battle for Bikini Bottom, but also like you could in the movie game, which to me makes it sound like this game is going to be more structured like SpongeBob SquarePants, the movie game. I know some people might not like that, with not having a hub world, but if it's going to be more focused on having a story that progresses from point A to point B, having a more linear structure just kind of makes more sense, but that doesn't completely negate the hub world. That's just my own personal opinion of it. They also say that because this is more story-driven, there are going to be a lot more cutscenes, and that's going to be a bigger focus, which I'm a fan of because these cutscenes, if you haven't noticed from these trailers, look absolutely amazing. So I'm really excited to see more of these cutscenes. I'm excited to see where this story goes, and it should be fun to figure that all out. So they mentioned that they are taking details and bits from other SpongeBob games and bringing them into this game, and the thing they really talked about was the costumes and how they kind of took inspiration from the other SpongeBob games for that. Now, that could be as simple as, oh, they're taking the inspiration from the movie game and how they're cute little extras, or they could be talking about Revenge of the Flying Dutchman and how these costumes are linked to the levels, and they do say that the costumes are actually linked to the levels, but you can change them out at any time. So you will enter, let's say, Western Jellyfish Fields as the Cowboy SpongeBob, but you can change out of that costume at any time because they said kids don't want to be restricted to certain costumes. They want to wear whatever SpongeBob outfit is their favorite. So yes, you will probably enter the levels as the theme of the level. So, you know, Cowboy SpongeBob, Knight SpongeBob, Karate SpongeBob, etc. But you are allowed to change them out. Now, they did announce a new level. A new level got announced in this presentation, and it is Pirate Goo Lagoon. Now, I just want to say really quickly, I predicted this. I predicted this in my live stream last weekend with Riders DX. I said Pirate Goo Lagoon. Roll clip. I think, like, Pirate Goo Lagoon makes sense to me. Yeah, like, you're on the beach.
Have, like, the pirate ships.
Yeah.
And the ocean and stuff, so that makes sense.
So yeah, I do want to take full responsibility for that prediction. It was kind of easy given that Larry is wearing a pirate costume, but still I wanted to pat myself on the back for getting that correct. There is also a new costume announced in this, which is SpongeBob in a Flying Dutchman costume. I don't think there's any particular episode where SpongeBob wears a Flying Dutchman costume. I know there's one where Squidward wears a Flying Dutchman costume, but not SpongeBob, so this could be a completely unique costume, or just from an episode that I don't remember. Also, maybe Flying Dutchman's Graveyard will be a level in this game. Maybe that is a secret level that we don't know about yet. I mean, there's only one level left that we don't know about now, so it's anyone's guess what that level could be, because since Sulphur Fields is a level in this game, we can't rule out the possibility of SpongeBob locations that we haven't seen in the video game yet. So, we'll have to wait and see what that 7th mystery level is. Next up, the soundtrack. One big piece of information that was revealed here is that the soundtrack for this game is done by the same exact people who did the Battle for Bikini Bottom soundtrack. Thank the Lord. I knew as soon as I heard the soundtrack in that initial trailer that whoever was doing this music knew what they were doing. The music in the trailer sounded amazing. That remix of Jellyfish Fields was great. So I'm glad they got the original composers back, and I'm sure that made Sheriff the Great very happy. Actually, I know it made him very happy because he said so in a private little Discord server we're both in. I'm sure if you want to hear more about the music and, you know, all that kind of stuff, I'm sure Sheriff the Great is going to make loads of videos on the soundtrack for this game. So definitely check out his channel, link in the description down below, and I'll probably even put his information up in a card at the top. They also got some important people onto the writing team. More specifically, 2 people from the show's writing team. The lead writer, who is going to be helping out with editing, as well as another writer from the team who are going to help write out the dialogue. Because, as mentioned in the stream and before, SpongeBob and Patrick are going to have a lot more dialogue with each other as you're playing the game. So Purple Lamp really wanted to make sure they got that SpongeBob charm down, so they have gotten people from the SpongeBob show to help out with the writing, which is freaking amazing. No better people to get to write SpongeBob and Patrick than the actual people who write them in the show. So here's a little bit that I'm not a huge fan of. Now, we all know Balloon Patrick is there to offer witty banter with SpongeBob, but as we've kind of figured out through trailers before, he also helps SpongeBob by showing him where certain things are, pointing him to enemies, underpants nearby, etc. But there are 2 more functionalities that this gameplay has shown us that he has. Firstly, he kind of replaces Hans. If you go out of bounds or you die, he's the one that picks you back up and gets you back in the fight. But also what he'll do is he will throw you or give you underpants if you are low on health. Now here's the thing. To me, I don't like that. To me, that's kind of a, oh, you're low on health, oh, you're about to die, here's some free health for you. I don't like that. I like games where you have to work for, you know, what you're doing. You can't just be given free health all the time because that negates the point of the health in the first place. Why have health if you're always going to be given health at any given time whenever you're low? I get that this is a kid's game, but this is also aimed for a demographic who grew up with these games. So I'm fine with this if they make it a toggleable option. Many games like Luigi's Mansion 3 have this. Luigi's Mansion 3 has a setting where you can turn on and off EGAD's assistance, and this is amazing because EGAD won't bother you as much and give away the main puzzles of the game. So I'm hoping that Purple Lamp have the same thing here. Purple Lamp, if you're watching this, if you don't have this in stone already, I highly recommend you make an assist mode optional, because I had complaints about Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated being made a little bit too easy, and where projectiles, it would tell you exactly where they were going to go. And I really don't want the game to be bogged down by even more things to make the game stupidly simplified, and this is just one of those things. This is one of those things also where it's just easy to make it a toggleable option, and I think they should do it. For kids, of course, this is very useful, but for people who want a really good competent 3D platformer, which is what they said they wanted to make, this is the kind of thing that you want to have toggleable on or off. I know it's been a while on that one, but I do feel very passionately about that one, where we don't want the audience to be treated as kids, even though this is a kids game. People who grew up on the SpongeBob games want something a little more fun, and maybe not as easy as a kids game would be. They don't need to get rid of it altogether, that's not what I'm saying. Just make it toggleable, that's all I want. So there you have it, guys. Those are the main details I was able to pick out from yesterday's live stream. Of course, there's more presentations going on today, so I am sure that more details are going to get out, which I will probably not make a video on tomorrow. I'll probably save it for a live stream. I forgot completely that Pac-Man World Repack is coming out tomorrow, so I'm definitely going to do a live stream on that this weekend, but I'll also probably try to squeeze in some SpongeBob stuff this weekend. I'm not sure. I'll have to sort it all out. But until then, thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, definitely drop a like, comment, and subscribe. All that stuff down below. Hit that notification bell so you're notified of when I upload videos. And check out the merch store. There's some cool ZakPak merch up on there for you to check out. And until next time, you guys, I'll see you all in the next video.